Welcome back to Blowing the Horn on Zimwaves TV, the show where we pull no punches and tell it like it is. Today, we're diving into the latest stroke of genius from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, a directive so brilliant it could only come from the minds that brought you hyperinflation, currency collapse, and the endless zigzag of economic policies.
The sun always shines. We face many trials. We've walked many lives.
While you grab your popcorn and settle in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you ensure you never miss an episode where we unravel the complexities and controversies shaping Zimbabwe's legal landscape. Your support helps us continue to shed light on crucial issues affecting Zimbabwe today.
Stand together in the day.
So here's the deal. The Reserve Bank has decided that companies should now fund their own foreign currency needs using the US dollars they receive from the public. Yes, you heard that right. At the same time, they're being told to use only our beloved ZiG, the Zimbabwean dollar, for local transactions. It's a bit like telling someone to drive on both sides of the road at the same time and then acting surprised when there's a pileup. Let's talk about the problems, shall we? First off, there's the small matter of liquidity. Imagine running a business where your hands are tied, your feet are shackled, and now they've taken away your shoes for good measure. You're supposed to use your precious US dollars to buy foreign currency, but then, oops, you're left with just ZiG for local operations. It's like being asked to swim with one arm tied behind your back in a pool full of crocodiles. How's that going to work out? Spoiler alert, it's not. And then we have the delightful prospect of exchange rate volatility. By pushing companies into the black market, the Reserve Bank is practically handing out free tickets to the hyperinflation horror show. The ZiG is set to nosedive faster than a lead balloon, while the black market for US dollars will skyrocket. It's almost as if someone thought, hey, remember 2008? Let's do that again. Now, let's talk confidence, or the complete lack thereof. Investors like stability, predictability, and not having to worry about waking up to yet another policy U-turn. But with this directive, the government is sending a clear message. Confidence? Who needs it? Capital flight, anyone? It's like watching a sinking ship where the captain insists everything is fine while bailing water with a sieve. And don't even get me started on the informal sector. Businesses are being nudged, no shoved, into operating off the books. Great for avoiding taxes, terrible for funding public services. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face, only this time, the whole country's face is at risk. But wait, are there benefits? Sure. If you squint hard enough, you might see a glimmer of something positive. Maybe, just maybe, the government's hoping to prop up the ZiG and reduce our addiction to the US dollar. And who knows? By making imports more expensive, we might just boost local production, assuming there's anything left to produce when all the businesses have packed up and left. But let's be real. The problems are like a herd of elephants in the room. And the benefits? Well, they're more like a mouse. A very small, very scared mouse. So what's the punchline here? If we're serious about fixing this mess, how about we embrace a dual currency system? Let businesses use both US dollars and ZiG without all the red tape. So what's the punchline here? If we're serious about fixing this mess, how about we embrace a dual currency system? Let businesses use both US dollars and ZiG without all the red tape. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. Give companies the flexibility they need to survive instead of forcing them to play a game of economic twister with both hands tied behind their backs. And how about we prioritize Forex for essential imports? You know, the stuff that actually keeps factories running and people employed. If we can't even import the basics, what's left? An economy running on fumes, that's what. Next, let's talk about stabilizing the ZiG. Because right now, it's more unstable than a Jenga tower in a windstorm. Control inflation, keep the money supply in check, and here's a wild idea, stick to a policy for more than 5 minutes. If we can give the ZiG a fighting chance, maybe, just maybe, people will start believing in it again. And here's a thought. Why not incentivize export earnings? Reward the companies that bring in foreign currency with tax breaks or preferential treatment. If you want businesses to bring in dollars, give them a reason to do so. It's like planting seeds if you actually want to harvest something later on. Finally, Let's invest in local production. Yes, it's going to take time, effort, and yes, actual investment. But if we want to stop begging for Forex every 5 minutes, we've got to start making more of what we need right here at home. So what's the takeaway? This directive might sound like a bold move on paper, but in reality, it's more like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. The problems far outweigh the benefits, and unless we start making some real changes, we're headed for an economic iceberg. That's all for today's Blowing the Horn. I hope you enjoyed this no-holds-barred breakdown of our current economic quagmire. Remember to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Zimwaves TV if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more sharp commentary and keep blowing the horn on the issues that matter. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, stay tuned.
Where the sun always shines, we face many trials, we've walked many lines, but our strength is in numbers. United we stand, together as one, we can reclaim our land. One Zimbabwe, one nation, one people, let's unite, stand together in